On this video, we'll show you our top 10 favorite states we visited. During the past several years, we visited 33 states, 31 of them with our dog Chibi before she passed away in 2023. The criteria we used to determine our picks are as follows. Overall friendliness of the people we've encountered, the food, its natural and man-made beauty, the variety of activities whether indoor or outdoor, and of course how dog-friendly it is. Before we jump to our list, we had to give a couple honorable mentions. Virginia and Washington DC will incorporate as one. If DC were a state, it would have easily made our top 10 list. There's so much to do in this small area with its rich history, amazing monuments, and countless museums. The food scene here is awesome with several high-quality restaurants all within walking distance to the sites, and Georgetown is definitely a must-visit neighborhood. Aside from visiting friends in Virginia, we also experienced Shenandoah National Park. Here we hike the trail with Chibi, as well as visiting the Luray Caverns, which allows dogs if they are carried or in a bag. The last state on our honorable mentions list is Louisiana. This state is definitely one we'd love to go back to. The southern vibe here is ever present, and the rich history of the state, especially New Orleans, makes it a must-visit state. The food scene is known to be one of the best in the country. Though New Orleans is lacking in the dog-friendly restaurant department, it definitely does have some activities that allow dogs to join, including a historic cemetery tour we did with Chibi. And now our top 10. At number 10, our home state of California. We've traveled from San Diego all the way up to Eureka and even through the northern border with Oregon. California is full of large cities that have so much to do. San Diego is one of our favorite cities in the US, and was one of Chibi's favorites as well. San Francisco, despite all its flaws, is still situated in one of the most beautiful places in the US, and has the type of weather we love. There's no shortage of things to do here. California is also home to 9 national parks, which is the most in the US. We've been lucky to visit all of them. Each one provides a totally different experience and are definitely worth a visit. The state also has endless options of food and dog-friendly restaurants. You'll never run out of good places to eat. San Diego itself has several restaurants with menus specifically for dogs. At number 9, New Mexico. This state is truly the land of enchantment. The beautiful desert and mountain vibes brings a calmness to one's soul. We've visited New Mexico several times and have always used Albuquerque as our home base. Natural beauty is abundant here with White Sands National Park in the center of the state, to Carlsbad Caverns, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the south. The state is also filled with Native American history, with sites such as Pecos National Historic Park near Santa Fe, and 3 additional UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Chaco Canyon, Taos Pueblo, and Aztec Ruins National Monument. Several of these sites are also dog-friendly. Chibi even had the opportunity to visit the Museum of Nuclear Science and History in Albuquerque. Let's not forget that the food here is amazing, with Santa Fe being a great culinary destination. The Hatch chili pepper is from the town of Hatch near the city of Las Cruces. Make sure to try some Hatch green chili, and the Biscojitos, the state cookie, is definitely a must when visiting New Mexico. At number 8, the Mount Rushmore State, South Dakota. This state was a surprise to us. We've visited South Dakota a few times now and we've never been disappointed. We've always used Rapid City as our home base when exploring the state due to its proximity to many amazing sites. Our encounters with the people here and in the Midwest have always been friendly. Rapid City also has an underrated food scene, especially if you're willing to try game meats such as deer, elk, and buffalo. But don't worry, there are plenty of other options. You must also make sure to try the state dessert kuchen, which is a type of cake. The Mount Rushmore State is more than just Mount Rushmore. The beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota is a short drive away from Rapid City and is home to amazing places such as Wind Cave National Park, the Crazy Horse Monument, and of course, Mount Rushmore. Badlands National Park is only about an hour's drive from Rapid City as well. The state is rich in Native American history, and the Crazy Horse Memorial honors all indigenous people of North America and serves as a reminder of embracing diversity. This monument is also dog-friendly. Badlands National Park also has a few dog-friendly trails, and the oddity that is Wall Drug is also dog-friendly. At number 7, Arizona. The Grand Canyon State is a place of natural wonder and beauty. Known for its UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Grand Canyon, many people don't realize there's a much larger variety of places to see and things to do in the state. The Valley of the Sun, which has cities such as Phoenix and Scottsdale, have a large variety of food options, and the town of Sedona, just an hour north of Phoenix, has many places to eat as well. Let's not forget that Tucson, Arizona is a culinary destination with its rich history of Mexican and Native American traditions. When it comes to natural beauty, there's no shortage of sights. Jaw-dropping sights such as Antelope Canyon and Horseshoe Bend in the north, Saguaro National Park in the south, Sedona and Flagstaff in its center, the oddity that's Petrified Forest National Park in the east, and Lake Havasu and Grand Canyon in the west. If you're looking for things to do, the Valley of Sun is full of activities with 4 professional sports teams, concert venues, and museums. Sedona is an outdoor enthusiast dream with beautiful trails and vistas at every turn. Skiing is available in the winter in nearby Flagstaff, and if the Wild West is your jam, then mosey on down to Tombstone, Arizona and visit the OK Corral, or check out the Spanish Missions south of Tucson. Arizona has many dog-friendly sites. Dogs are allowed in paved areas in all national parks. Dogs on a leash are allowed in Horseshoe Bend, and special permission is required to carry your dog in a bag in Antelope Canyon. The state also has several restaurants that are dog-friendly and even include a menu specifically for dogs. The Morning Squeeze in Scottsdale was one of Chibi's favorite places. Also, Ken's Creekside Restaurant and Don Diego's in Sedona are restaurants we've personally visited and have eaten at with Chibi. At number 6, colorful Colorado, a state that's full of natural beauty and diversity. The city of Denver is the state's largest city and capital. It is home to a variety of things to see, do, and eat. Denver has a thriving food scene and is one of the best cities for foodies. The churros at D-Bar remains on the top of my best dessert ever list. There are great restaurants all over the city, like Linger near downtown. They serve a good variety of food and drinks, have a rooftop dining space with a view of the city, and its history of being an old mortuary adds a little spookiness to your meal. Food can be found all over the state, with places such as Steamworks Brewery in Durango, which makes their own craft beer and pairs up well with one of my favorite burgers of all time, their Southwestern style burger. When it comes to natural beauty, Colorado's definitely up there. It's home to 4 national parks. Rocky Mountain National Park is just an hour's drive away from Denver. Great Sand Dunes National Park, 3 hours south of Denver. Here you can sandboard or sled down some of the tallest dunes in the US. Oh yeah, they're dog friendly too. Mesa Verde in the west, where you can enter 800-year-old cliff dwellings, and Black Canyon of the Gunnison, just a few hours north of Mesa Verde, where you can see rocks in the canyon that are over 1.7 billion years old. If nature isn't your thing, you can check out Red Rock Amphitheater, a concert venue known for its natural acoustics and beauty. It's only 20 minutes away from downtown Denver. Pikes Peak and Garden of the Gods is just under 2 hours away from Denver. More than half of the state sits in the Rocky Mountains, which are home to world-class ski destinations of Vail, Aspen, and Telluride. These mountain towns are beautiful throughout the year, but visiting in the fall is a must-do. Grand Junction near the Utah border offers wide open spaces and a high desert feel. We spent some time about 45 minutes outside of Grand Junction in a yurt. This is an area with some of the darkest skies in North America, but we had the luxury of Wi-Fi, running water, and electricity. Colorado also has several dog-friendly places to visit, such as the majestic Maroon Bells in Aspen, the Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs, and as I mentioned before, Great Sand Dunes, where dogs are actually allowed to go on the dunes. Phoebe's favorite restaurant in Colorado is Element 47 in the town of Aspen. Here she got so full she didn't want any more food. It was a funny sight to see. At number 5, the mighty state of Utah. Though Utah's food scene is not on an elite level, their food scene is not something to simply dismiss. There are a number of delicious restaurants throughout the state. Red Iguana in Salt Lake City has some of the best Mexican food in the state. Moab has an up-and-coming food scene and a food truck park with a variety of cuisines. You also can't miss out on trying the homemade pies at Bryce Pines Lodge near Bryce Canyon. What elevates Utah is its natural beauty. This state is home to the mighty 5 national parks. If you wanted to see some of the best national parks all in one trip, this would be the state to visit. Zion National Park near the border with Nevada is less than 3 hours from Las Vegas and is home to amazing hiking trails such as Angel's Landing and the Zion Narrows. Bryce Canyon with its strange and beautiful hoodoos are a sight to be seen and is less than 2 hours from Zion. Capitol Reef National Park has some of the darkest skies in the US, but is just as beautiful in the day with its 100-plus-year-old apple orchards set to a backdrop of red rock canyons. Canyonlands National Park is a massive park with multiple districts that one can easily spend several days exploring. And you can't forget Arches National Park with its over 2,000 natural arches, and the most famous of all, Delicate Arch. You also have Monument Valley along the border of Utah and Arizona, which also can't be missed. In terms of things to do, Utah is a place for adventure. Moab, the adventure capital of the state, is a small town in eastern Utah. The town is next to Arches National Park and Canyonlands National Park, which makes it the perfect home base to explore from. You can whitewater raft on the Colorado River, hike the many trails in and around the parks, take an off-road Jeep tour, mountain bike, and many other outdoor activities. Salt Lake City, the largest city and capital, is home to a few sports teams including teams from the NBA and the MLS. The city also hosts several events and concerts throughout the year. Bonneville Salt Flats, which can be a giant mirror after some rain or a massive racetrack when it's dry, is just 2 hours west of Salt Lake City. The Sundance Film Festival is held in Park City, Utah, just 45 minutes east of Salt Lake City. Zipline, Utah is just outside of Park City and is home to one of the longest zip lines over a body of water in the world. Warning, this is not for the faint of heart. Park City is also a world-renowned ski destination. Bryan Head, Utah is another major ski destination and is 3 hours away from Salt Lake City or Las Vegas. Utah has several dog-friendly restaurants. However, we have yet to experience any with a menu specifically for dogs. If you know a place, please comment below and share your experience. Utah has many dog-friendly accommodations. We recommend the Peaks Hotel in Park City. Dogs are allowed on all paved trails in the national parks. The best dog-friendly trail is Inspiration Point. It's a paved trail in Bryce Canyon National Park with some of the best views in the state. At number 4, the Beaver State, Oregon. We've been to Oregon several times now, from the coast to the Willamette Valley and even into the Oregon Outback. Oregon is the top foodie state, with Portland being its beating heart. Eclectic Rose City is full of amazing cuisines and was one of the first states to have a dedicated area for food trucks. The amazing food is not only in Portland, but all over the state. The best grilled cheese sandwich we've ever had was at Rogue Creamery near Medford, Oregon. This state is also the birthplace of the quirky Voodoo Donuts, Dutch Bros Coffee, and even Tillamook cheese. One thing's for sure, there's no shortage of good food in this state. Natural beauty is abundant in this state. The coast has some of the most dramatic coastlines in the country and is a great summer destination. The state is covered in forests and the Cascade Mountain Range runs along the center of the state. These mountains create such beautiful places as Crater Lake National Park. Crater Lake is the deepest lake in the United States and lies within a dormant volcano. The Columbia River separates Oregon and Washington State and has several scenic areas, including the world-famous Multnomah Falls. These falls are only about 30 minutes outside of Portland, Oregon. If you want to escape the lush forests and the beautiful mountains of Oregon, head east towards Idaho into the Oregon Outback. This area is a high desert area that lies within the Great Basin and has some of the darkest skies in the country. There is no shortage of things to do in this state. Oregon has 2 professional sports teams based in Portland. Several events and concerts occur throughout the year. Portland, Oregon has a rich history as being near the end point of the Oregon Trail, with several museums and historic sites. Astoria, just an hour west of Portland, provides beautiful sandy beaches and a rich maritime history. South along the coast, the small towns provide visitors an escape from the hustle and bustle of the city, as well as amazing locally caught seafood. Bend, Oregon provides access to amazing mountain hikes in the Cascade Ranges, such as the Three Sisters and Mount Bachelor. With these mountains also come ski resorts. Mount Bachelor and Mount Hood would be the 2 most popular. Oregon is one of the dog-friendliest states in the country. There are many dog-friendly activities here. Some of the dog-friendly activities we've done here include biking along the riverfront in Portland, visiting several dog-friendly beaches on the coast, and Crater Lake offers 5 dog-friendly trails. Astoria also has several dog-friendly historic sites, such as the Lewis and Clark National Historic Park and the Astoria Column. One of our favorite places to stay in Oregon is a dog-friendly hotel called the Bowline Hotel. This hotel offers amazing views of the Columbia River and a bar and restaurant with amazing food and drinks. Phoebe's favorite restaurant is the Tin Shed in Portland. This restaurant was one of the first places to ever have a menu specifically for dogs. We actually first tried this place back in 2014 and have visited several times after. Not to mention their human food is also excellent. At number 3, the Aloha State of Hawaii. We're not usually fans of year-round warm weather, with Hawaii being a tropical destination, so we originally had reservations about how we could enjoy this state. But after finally visiting the state and experiencing its people and culture, it propelled itself all the way near the top of the list. The food in the state is on an elite level, from amazing cheap eats at 7-Eleven and McDonald's, to authentic Hawaiian food spots like Waiaole Poi Factory. There's no shortage of amazing quality food for all different price points. There are 3 places in particular that have changed our foodie lives forever. Giovanni's Shrimp Truck on the North Shore made me want to eat shrimp again after nearly 20 years of not really enjoying the taste of shrimp. Matsumoto Shave Ice opened my eyes and taste buds to one of the best shaved ice ever. And Ted's Bakery made me crave chocolate hopia pies for months after we left Hawaii. We've only scratched the surface on what the state's natural beauty has to offer. At the time of recording, we've only visited the island of Oahu. We know many people would say Maui or even the Big Island has much more nature to offer, and we hope to experience that sometime soon. But one thing's for sure, nature's beauty is everywhere in the state. From the warm waters and soft sandy beaches, to the top of extinct volcanoes, and even to the active ones on the Big Island. The state is full of jaw-dropping sights. The Napali coast on the island of Kauai is often considered one of the most beautiful coastlines in the world. The state offers a variety of activities spread out across the multiple islands. Oahu is home to the largest city and capital, Honolulu. Honolulu is a city of over 1 million people that offers urban explorers many unique opportunities. One of the most famous beaches in the world, Waikiki Beach, is on the southern coastline of the island of Oahu, in the city of Honolulu. In this major city, you'll have access to all the comforts of a large city, such as shopping malls, concert venues, and a vibrant nightlife. Oahu's North Shore provides you with amazing local Hawaiian food and the opportunity to see big wave surfing at the Bonsai Pipeline. Amazing snorkeling locations and beautiful beaches are found throughout the island. You can even visit the set of several Jurassic Park films at Kualoa Ranch. The state has 2 national parks, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park on the Big Island, and Haleakea National Park on Maui. Did you know that it can snow in Hawaii? The Mauna Kea is a dormant volcano on the Big Island that sits at an elevation of 13,802 feet, or 4,207 meters. You can visit the summit and even the observatory. The island of Maui offers lush jungles, beautiful beaches, and has the world-famous Road to Hana, a popular stretch of highway with amazing turnouts, vistas, and points of interest throughout. There are over 100 dog-friendly restaurants in Honolulu alone. Unfortunately, we're not able to experience any with Chibi. However, one aspect of Hawaii that I found very unique to the dog-friendly experience of the state is its adoption program. Many shelters provide people from the mainland an opportunity to adopt pets from Hawaii, even to the point that some programs will pay for transportation from Hawaii to the mainland via plane. When we were in Hawaii, we rescued a small dog at Koko Crater. She seemed to have been lost for some time. However, the process to take an animal to the shelter was seamless. The Oahu SPCA is a no-kill shelter, meaning they do not euthanize because of lack of time or shelter space. Our visit to drop off our new friend was pleasant, as all the dogs there seemed that they were well taken care of. At number 2, the cowboy state of Wyoming. This state was one of the biggest surprises to us. We didn't expect to be such a fun and beautiful state, but it grew on us rather quickly after our first visit in 2015. Since then, we've been to Wyoming about 5 different times now, and it's always exceeded our expectations. Now let's talk about food. This is the land of high-quality beef here in the US, so if you're a carnivore, Wyoming is a spot not to be missed. We've had high-quality meals all over the state, from Cheyenne to Casper and small towns in between. However, the town of Jackson, Wyoming is the king of good food in the state. From amazing and affordable places such as Down on Glen restaurant and their amazing breakfast burritos, to well-established places such as the Gun Barrel Steakhouse and the $1 Million Cowboy, that offers amazing steaks and even game meat such as elk, buffalo, and deer. Atelier Ortega, a dessert shop, sells some of the most unique and tasty desserts. Jackson has no shortage of top-notch food. The western half of the state lies within the beautiful Rocky Mountain Range, which provides it with some of the most beautiful landscapes anywhere in the US. The other half sits within an area called the Great Plains, which is covered by vast grasslands. Wyoming is home to the first national park in history, the iconic Yellowstone National Park. Yellowstone is massive and has beautiful places such as the Grand Prismatic Spring, Old Faithful, and the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. It's also one of the best national parks to see wildlife. Nearby Grand Teton is another amazing park and is significantly closer to civilization. Jackson is one of our favorite small towns in the US, and in the winter, it is home to some of the best ski resorts in the country. During the other seasons, you can enjoy other outdoor activities such as horseback riding in the nearby mountains, or zip lining at Snow King Resort, and our favorite thing to do in Wyoming, whitewater rafting on the Snake River. Devil's Tower is less than 2 hours from Rapid City, South Dakota, and is sacred to Native Americans as well as a national monument. There are several dog-friendly restaurants throughout the state, however, we didn't experience any with a menu specifically for dogs. Down on Glen and Persephone Bakery have nice outdoor dog-friendly areas. In regards to accommodation, our recommendation is the Snow King Resort in Jackson, Wyoming. This hotel is dog-friendly and is walking distance to the main area of Jackson. Lastly, our recommendation for a dog-friendly activity is to rent a bike and bike in the Grand Teton National Park. We rented some bikes with a dog carrier from Wheel Wranglers in Jackson, Wyoming. They were able to equip us with everything we needed to enjoy a full day of biking around the national park. We biked from Moose up to Jenny Lake and back, which is about 16 miles round trip. Number 1. The Evergreen State, Washington. After numerous visits to this wonderful state, we have placed it at the top of our list. The people, the culture, and the overall atmosphere of the state is why we love coming back. The food scene here is epic, with access to amazing seafood from Dungeness crab and Penn Cove mussels, fresh from the Pacific Ocean and Puget Sound. The state's proximity to Alaska offers the opportunity to have some of the freshest Alaskan king crab and salmon anywhere outside of Alaska. Pike Place Chowder is home to what we consider the best clam chowder anywhere in the world. They even offer a variety of different styles of clam chowder. And of course, being in Seattle, the birthplace of Starbucks, you have to stop by the first Starbucks. If you like lush green forests, towering mountains, beautiful and rugged coastline, then Washington is a place for you. The state's natural beauty is everywhere and offers a variety of terrain types. The state has 3 national parks, all within 3 hours from Seattle. Olympic National Park, the largest in the state, offers many different experiences. Hurricane Ridge, just outside of Port Angeles, gives you a Swiss Alps type of feel with its breathtaking vistas of the Olympic Mountains. The Hoh Rainforest, a short drive from Forks, yes, the Forks from Twilight, is home to one of the largest temperate rainforests in the US and is one of the wettest places in the continental United States. The park also offers beautiful beaches such as La Push and dog-friendly Ruby Beach. Mount Rainier National Park offers an up-close and personal look at the mighty volcano that can occasionally be seen all the way from Seattle. North Cascades National Park gives you access to glacier-fed lakes and rivers from over 300 different glaciers. Down south along the border with Oregon, you have Cape Disappointment, which is far from disappointing, with its secluded beaches such as Dead Man's Cove, and it's only 30 minutes from Astoria, Oregon. Mount St. Helens lies between Seattle and Portland and offers amazing vistas of the powerful volcano that erupted as recently as 2008, with its largest eruption in 1980, when a large portion of the volcano collapsed. The eastern end of the state gives you large open spaces of farmland, grassland, and arid high deserts. Seattle and Tacoma encompasses the greater metropolitan area and provides access to the convenience of urban living. The state has 4 major sports teams and was the birthplace of an entire music genre. Grunge music with bands like Nirvana, the Foo Fighters, Pearl Jam, and Soundgarden all started here. The iconic Space Needle and the Chiuli Glass exhibit are other top attractions to visit in the state. Our favorite Airbnb of all time is also located in the state, in a town called Union just outside of Seattle. This area provides access to the Hood Canal and sweeping views of the Olympic mountain range. Seattle is also only 2.5 hours from Vancouver, Canada by car, and a 4-hour ferry ride to Victoria, Canada. This makes it possible to make a day trip to Canada, which adds another dimension to your visit. The state of Washington is also quite dog-friendly. There are many dog-friendly bars and restaurants throughout the state. Places like Bark Espresso offers up dog-friendly lattes and biscuits, and the Barking Dog Ale House allows you to purchase unseasoned salmon and rice from the kids menu just for your dog. As usual, dogs are allowed on paved areas within national parks. However, Lake Crescent Lodge in the Olympic National Park has dog-friendly lodging set to the beautiful backdrop of forests and Lake Crescent. The park also has beautiful and dog-friendly Ruby Beach. Cape Disappointment in the southern part of the state is a dog-friendly state park with a dog-friendly hidden beach called Dead Man's Cove. If you made it this far, we wanted to thank you for your support. This wraps up our top 10 states to visit in the US. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and comment which your favorite states are to visit, or tell us which states you think should be on the top 10.